The best part about being a grown-up is I don't care anymore. I don't care.
When you get into your adulthood, you can be more confident about bad dancing.
Used to have a great body in my 20s. Now I'm a grown-up, just trying to maintain the crappy body I have. It sucks. Ready?
I think it's important for a grown-up to know how to give the birds and the bees talk because we know the correct information. It is our job as parents to relay this information.
It's almost like pouring a little beer out on the ground for your parents before you. It's a rite of passage. Your parents did it, their parents did it terribly, and now it's your turn.
Giving the birds and the bees talk to children, they have to be your children, otherwise that's very weird.
When you tell your kid about the birds and the bees, I think you should start clinical. Broad strokes, vagina, anus, penis, scrotum, and then you build in all the nasty details of your personal sex life later.
I know some parents tell their children, no, you have a cookie, or you have a sloo-sloo, or a flap flip, or a zim-zam.
I guess I should have said penis and vagina instead of dirty place.
My son is 3, and we told him he has a penis. And of course, he's curious, so the first thing he asked me is, Mommy, where's your penis? And I said, in my purse, don't go through Mommy's things.
I'm not worried about doing the talking during the birds and the bees talk. I'm worried about the questions coming back at me. Like, Daddy, what's a threesome? I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes a man and a woman and a strangely much more aggressive man decide they want to pay rent that month. Go ask your mom.
I say with a kid, you just get right into the kinky stuff. Bondage, you know, masks, whips. Let that kid know it's a whole world out there to explore.
Telling my son about the birds and the bees was easy. It was actually kind of nice. The bad part was, now I knew that he knew that I'm banging his mom.
Who wants to tell me the proposal story? Who's got it?
I'll start it, and she's going to finish it anyway, because we've been married for 20 years. Got on one knee, and I said, will you marry me, and handed her the rose.
Absolutely not. He threw the rose on me.
You have a lot of options for a proposal. You can be romantic, you can be spontaneous, or you can just not think about it at all, like I did.
I asked my wife to marry me pretty soon after we had started dating. Now, I'm not saying everybody should do it that quickly. I needed to rush it because I didn't want her to figure out that she could do better, which is a real concern of mine.
Buying the ring, that's a grown-up thing right there. I mean, you got to know the 5 C's: cut, clarity, carrot, and then the other 2 that guys don't know but girls do.
You have to keep one thing in mind when you're buying the ring. You have to think about the joy that she's gonna feel when her girlfriends are jealous. This is about petty jealousy.
I went to the jewelry store and they put out a bunch of diamond rings that are in my price range. I found the one that looked most like a championship ring. That's my only frame of reference. I'm a dude.
Most guys plan things out, and I think that's awesome. I did it the exact opposite way. I proposed without a ring. That's like trying to rob a bank without a gun.
You're supposed to do that whole 2-month salary thing? Fine, I'll do that, but I get to pick the 2 months, all right? I'm gonna do August of '85 when I delivered papers, and I'll do last July when I broke my leg and was barely able to work.
Touchy subject in the Segura home. Go ahead and tell him the story, Tom.
I bought a ring, a really nice ring, and my plan was we were gonna go somewhere really special over New Year's, and I was gonna do it on the beach.
In the Keys, in Florida.
Make it
Ooh,
special.
a nice resort. Wouldn't that be nice?
That ring, I had it, it was burning a hole in my pocket, man. I just wanted to propose so badly. So, I did it in our living room in Koreatown.
It's not so much the plan for that day. She's looking at how well you're gonna plan for the future, your kid's college, your financial situation. So if you ask her at a Waffle House, she's doing her math, she's like, with this dude, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be working here.
My dream proposal starts and ends at the Cheesecake Factory. I would like him, ideally, to hide the ring in the cheesecake. I'll accidentally eat it. A day later, we're in love.
Our living room in Koreatown, it was the worst place on earth.
She still writes me about this all the time. Like, don't you see, like, the heart in it?
Look, guys, you got one chance to propose. It's the beginning of a marriage. Make it memorable, because I can guarantee you, you're gonna remember the divorce.
Is it important as an adult to know how to dance properly?
I think for a man, yes, not for a woman. I think I still dance the same. I keep the same two-step white girl.
You're still doing that move.
It's important to know how to dance like a grown-up because I don't have to impress anybody. I don't have to know if my milkshake brings boys to the yard. The boys I'm talking to are lactose intolerant.
When you get into your adulthood, you can be more confident about bad dancing.
I'll do this. I'm not scared. What about some of this? I'm not ashamed right now. I know you're embarrassed for me, but you don't have to be. This is what it means to be a grown-up.
I'm only have one rule. After 30, then stay off the floor.
What about behind the head? Oh, you didn't see that coming.
No windmills, no splits. I'll hear you out if you want to do the earthworm at a bar mitzvah, but that's it.
Okay, can we get some icy hot?
When I was younger, I feel like I was really putting thought into it, like really working on moves. Now I just let it flow.
That's the key, is that when you're younger, you're very self-conscious. Like, I have to do the latest jam. And now I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm doing the dog dance. I'm dancing for the dog today. Like, you just don't care.
If you're at a wedding, don't be grinding on people. You don't want to seem like the jerk that's like, I'm gonna grind on your aunt.
Something happens in your dancing with your partner after you get married. When you're single, there's joy and there's tentativeness. The eye contact it's there, but you gotta look away a little bit because you don't want to seem like a psycho, but then you come back and you hold it and you look away. And you get married and you just never make eye contact.
Dancing when we were younger was more like flexing, like just showing what we got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's more interpretive. It's just like, I feel this, and I'm gonna show you how I feel it.
Yeah.
You're not trying to look cool, so who cares? Get out there. After we done, I'm getting in my car that I own, going to the house that I own with my wife that I love. So why you giggling? Who'd you go home with?
I'm fine with nudity, but once you're getting dressed again, do me a favor. Start with the underwear.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
That's nuts.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's crazy.
Holy crap. What?
How the hell is that?
Are you serious?
Stop it.
The Carbonaro Effect. All new episodes start Thursday, October 30th at 10 on the new truTV. Way more fun.
Used to have a great body in my 20s. Now I'm a grown-up, just trying to maintain the crappy body I have. It sucks.
When you're worried your wife might see you naked, it's probably time to do some push-ups.
When I was younger, like my own body weight wasn't enough. I would attach weights to myself and do dips. Now I'm perfectly content just cycling and reading an Us Weekly. I'm like, they are just like us.
When you're younger and you just did like an amazing yoga Pilates class, your sweat stains are sexy and they just look so just provocative. But when you're a grown-up and you're sweating, you look like you're having an allergic reaction. And people are coming at you with an EpiPen.
Word of advice to the gentlemen in yoga class. Could you please wear underwear under your shorts? Because every time I'm behind you and your leg goes up, I can see your twig and berries.
I don't sweat, but other people do, and they don't use their towel, so I wipe down each piece of equipment before I get onto it. And by the end of the workout, that towel should be sent to CSI because there's a lot of DNA in there.
I don't like gym culture. I don't like the girls who come in dressing sexy for like, you big show off. Like, oh, I know you have great tits. You work out. I know you're perfect. I don't need to see it.
Grown-ups need to know how to navigate the locker room. It's a minefield in there.
Not gonna lie to you, I look at the penises. I'm not gay, it's just I never see penises. And now there's penises all over the place, and they're weird looking.
I used to be very modest and cover up in the locker room when I was younger, but now that I've had 2 babies, I let it all hang out.
And here's a tip. I'm fine with nudity, but once you're getting dressed again, do me a favor. Start with the underwear.
People are putting their shirts on first in the gym. What are you doing? I'm trying to shake up my whey protein, and your balls are in the mirror.
I've got the cake.
Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, okay. Ooh. We spell Gulliver with 1 L, so.
It's exciting to have a child. You're gonna name a person, a human, but just be responsible with it.
If your husband wants something and the wife wants something, don't combine names. Well, I wanted Teresa, she wanted Cindy, so it's Thurindy. Stop, don't have kids.
I had a serious fight with my wife. My last name's Jackson. I wanted to name my son Action. That's the dopest name ever. People love it or they hate it. That's what you want.
My wife wanted to name, she likes the idea of boy names, though, for girls and girl names for boys, which is fantastic in gym class.
You tell your wife, listen, this is my house, I make the money, and we name the kid what I want. And you usually say that when you're by yourself and she's at work.
Here's the worst thing you can do to your child. When your child goes, hi, my name is, and then their entire life they get, what? Huh? Who?
You don't want to go colors. Like, I know people named Blue and Green.
That's basically like saying, you know, I was high
Yeah.
and I thought you were a pet.
I grew up with a kid whose name was Ron Ronaldson. How lazy are you? Did this kid come as a surprise?
When you're naming your son, you have to think, is this a name that a girl 20 years from now will be confident telling her girlfriend she hooked up with? Girl, Cletus had me climbing the walls last night.
Don't call your kid Junior. That is just a recipe for failure. Why not call him Not Enough?
I hated being John Jr. my whole life. My friends would call from school or whatever. Hello, is John there? Senior or junior? He's a sophomore.
What happened to, like, nice traditional names?
I'm mostly Spanish, so I have, There's no Mexicans in my family.
He's so Mexican looking.
But we have some real Spanish names that we'd like to pass on. Victor, maybe Edgardo, but I'm really hoping for Armando because then that kid has no choice but to be a pimp.
Halloween is nothing more than your opportunity to channel your inner slut.
Oh, I'm a slutty ear of corn. I don't get it, but I like it.
I think it's time the world knew that I, Daryl Powell, am monogamous.
Daryl.
I don't like other women, okay?
Could I play with a guy who's monogamous? Is monogamy contagious?
What if we're in the shower, you know, and he wants to talk about his wife and their future?
You don't see anything like this on TV.
We're actually inventing a new genre.
Welcome to Bake Off.
If we nail this thing, it's gonna be epic.
This is what this competition is all about.
Bake Off premieres Monday, October 27th at 10 on the new truTV.
How is Halloween different for you now that you're older?
Well, now I'm at that phase in my life where I have to do the couples outfits.
What did you guys do last year? What were you doing?
So we were a plug and socket, but I couldn't fit the plug outfit, so I had to be the socket. So people thought it was like innuendo for our relationship, but it wasn't.
I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. It's better than Christmas and Hanukkah and Easter and everything combined.
You could have a lot of fun as a grown-up during Halloween. You can scare people. You can dress up and take a night off from yourself. Who doesn't want to take a night off from themselves?
I remember growing up in Cleveland, there used to be houses that would give you caramel apples, fresh caramel apples. My kid went out and got kale snacks last year. Come on.
Don't be one of those adults that's like, oh, here's a mini state license plate. Oh, here's a bag of coloring pencils. It's not a yard sale. It's Halloween.
Grown-up Halloween is the weirdest holiday of them all. I mean, I feel like grown-ups, we looked around and we were like, look at those kids, they're dressed like fools. Let's start doing that.
Halloween is nothing more than your opportunity to channel your inner slut.
There is literally no occupation or inanimate object that can't be turned into a slutty Halloween costume. You know, you see a girl, what are you supposed to be? Oh, I'm a slutty ear of corn. I don't get it, but I like it.
You're supposed to be scaring away the evil spirits, not giving them boners.
You can't be a sexy Freddy Krueger. I saw a sexy Freddy Krueger.
That's all they sell at the Halloween store now. It's like, you want to be a cat? Be a slutty cat. You're a slut kitten. You're like, I just want to be a cat. Or a witch. How about a slutty witch? Just a witch.
I've actually gotten better at Halloween as a grown-up. You know, when I was a kid, I was lazy. Now I take like weeks, maybe even months to plan my costumes. You know why? Because it's not about the candy anymore. It's about hopefully having sex with a hot ear of corn. So you guys have been to Vegas. So what's the big difference going before and now?
How much liquor I can hold.
When you were younger, you could hold a lot more?
I could pack that away.
Plus, you got the kids you got to worry about.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I'm not drinking right now, but...
Vegas! Vegas! Vegas!
I think it's important as a grown-up to learn how to really navigate Vegas. There's just so much more at stake. If you do it the right way, super fun. Wrong way, your life's in the toilet.
Vegas needs to have a hard out, meaning let's go 48, 72 hours max. Anything more than that, and you're talking about a hospital visit.
Plan your budget out day by day for as long as your trip's gonna be. Be an adult about it, like I do. Get hammered on the flight, forget my budget, blow it the first night, and then come home to a divorce lawyer in the driveway.
What makes me feel old in Vegas is any, like, swimming pool at a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the pool party!
I was traveling with my mom, and we went to a pool, 9 in the morning. I didn't realize it was a top-tional pool party. That would be top optional. That would be, these ladies are out at 9 in the morning, and I'm standing next to my mother.
I can't even go down to the pool just to enjoy the pool because the music's too loud and, like, everybody's way better looking than me and skinnier. Like, where do the fat older people go?
Some of those, like, outrageous all-night parties makes me feel old. Like when you're like, I just want to do a little dancing. It's like, and you're like, yeah, it's gonna be an early night.
I'll tell you what makes me feel old in Vegas, just going to bed.
I'm not 25. I can't recognize any of this music. People are in full body glitter. I'm probably gonna see if there's a Golden Girls marathon.
Like when you're like, all right, I'm gonna hit the sack, and they're like, why? And you're like, because it's 4 in the morning.
You have to learn how to navigate those buffets. You know what doesn't go well with Mexican food? Chinese food. You know what doesn't go well with Chinese food? Thai food. You know what doesn't go well with Thai food? Donuts.
If you're gonna do buffet, pay for the expensive buffet. Don't do the dollar buffet. Go pay $20 and really eat like a queen. Right, we get the crab leg one. Where'd you get diarrhea from, though?
That was not a buffet.
Grown-ups have to learn how to deal with a hangover. Your body chemistry as an adult changes. I mean, you cannot drink as much alcohol. You wake up a dead person.
Any grown-up should learn from experience. That's what we all do.
I've never experienced so much pain in my life.
We were in our 20s, got pretty drunk, and we decided, oh yeah, you know what would go well with beer? Mexican food.
Like you wake up and your mouth is like, did I drink paste? What's happening? Why are my knees on fire?
I have had hangovers as an adult that were so bad that I truly thought about driving myself to the emergency room. I mean, I've woken up, I've looked in the mirror, and I'm like, why is Judi Dench looking back at me?
The biggest failure people do with hangovers is the failure to prepare.
If you're not prepared, you wake up in the morning and you immediately start questioning all your life choices.
You knew what you were doing? It's 10-cent beer night. We know how this story ends, player.
I think there's a few of those rhymes that they come in handy. Beer before liquor, never sicker. Okay, I should do the beer second. Thank you, nursery rhyme.
What I like to do before I go out on a Friday night is set up a little hangover station by the couch, you know? Put a little bottle of water, maybe some aspirin.
You have to drink water. You have to just pace yourself. You have to know your age, know your limit.
At some point, we all have to take our medicine, you know? And it's different for everybody. For me personally, I need greasy food. Grits, bacon, and fries. Saves lives.
I got no issue with the minivan. Big steering wheel, a lot of cup holders. Hey, kids, want to watch TV? Click, shut up!
This isn't about who's the star. This is about what this family has accomplished over 54 years.
We're doing the same things that we've done from the 80s, 90s. Honestly, we need to become relevant again.
I feel like our show is still fine.
My sister Brianna could add a youthful look to the stage.
I work in the gift shop as a gift shop manager, but that's not where I belong. I want it bad.
I think you want to run things.
I do think that Brandon and I together can run things.
No. You're not any more important than a prop on that stage. That's
right.
And you can be replaced at any moment.
Bitch. Ever since I walked in, you've been standing in my way.
I'll put up with her, but all she really is pain.
I know how to manipulate things and I know how to get what I want. And I just want to be with you, so I think we need something that symbolizes us.
The look on her face says she's not impressed. Oh, she's pissed. I'll be sleeping in my truck at bed. The reason I do what I do is so that everybody in this room can continue the family legacy that I know we're all proud of.
This year, it's make it or break it. Come hell or high water, we are going to be here and we're going to survive.
I can tell you're after something and it's not going to work.
Barry, what are you doing?
I think after you have a couple of kids, throw in the towel, embrace your grown-upness, and get a minivan.
Minivans are awesome because they have so many compartments. You know, you got the glove compartment for your registration. You have a compartment right in the front where you can put your manhood.
I got no issue with the minivan. It's paradise. You got kids? Boom, one button, that side door just opened. Everybody in. Big steering wheel. Huh, how about that visibility? I'm lost. Doot, doot, doot. Now I'm found. Hey, kids, want to watch TV? Click, shut up.
I gotta get a minivan, but I can still be me. Put a DVD player. Instead of, Frozen, I'll put P90X in there. Get swole. Man up.
You gotta get a minivan. You know why? Cup holders.
A lot of places for cups.
You have sippy cups.
Apple cores.
Your to-go coffee mug.
Garbage.
Little puff snacks.
Snots. I mean, technically cup holders, but they can really hold anything.
Can grown-ups ever be cool in a minivan? Yes, they can. My dad was cool because we had the first Dodge Caravan that came out in 1984, before soccer moms discovered it. It was cool. So kudos to Sam Nicotero, the only man ever to be cool in a minivan because he had it first.
Let's all grow up and stop being so falsely friendly as neighbors.
Don't just come over unannounced, dude. 99% of the time, Tom and I are sitting around in our underwear.
I don't want to know anything else about you.
No.
I mean, we just park near each other.
Don't invite us to your awful family gatherings, because then it puts me in the awkward position of having to say no.
Stop with the chit chat and how was your weekend? It was the same as last weekend.
Just grow up.